today I'm gonna take you on a walk down Canal Street in New York City. I'm gonna stay to Canal. I'm gonna maybe go off a block, maybe like a block, half a block. It's easy to get distracted, but I'm gonna stay on Canal because once you get into Chinatown, I'm not gonna do a whole Chinatown thing. I'm just gonna go to the end of Canal, but I'm gonna see what's going on. It's a block that has a lot of history, but it gets cleaned up rapidly, so there's not much history left. Whatever is going on Canal is pretty much in the past year or so, but it's still cool to see. But yeah, I'm gonna start off at Scrapyard. It's on West Broadway and Canal. Little right before that is pretty much there's not much over there. I ended my Tribeca video in that neighborhood, so I'm just gonna walk from West Broadway and Canal all the way to East Broadway and Canal. So this has to be one of the most famous stores in New York City for graffiti and just history in general. It's been here forever. It was owned by a family for 25 years prior to selling it about a couple years ago. It's a long, complicated story. I haven't really been to this store since they sold it. I mean, that's a whole nother chapter to talk about, but this store originally was a newsstand. It was called Soho Zat. Then it became Soho Down and Under. This was probably from the early 90s. And then it became a store called Bomb the System. And then they had to change the name again and they called it Scrapyard. Paid MSD did the logo. He did the hand style. It's actually pretty cool. We got the Stay High book. Awesome. That's actually a really great book. The truck art book. Don 1. I remember when they first started selling paint, they didn't always sell spray paint. They just sold mixtapes and clothing and caps and fat caps. They didn't start selling spray paint until I want to say the 2000, early 2005. You know, the original Spanish Montanas, that logo I heard they recently brought back. It had like the grid. It was like, I remember the smell. It was like it was a memorable smell. When I was in high school, I used to take the train Long Island Railroad into the city to go to, it was called Bomb the System. It wasn't called Scrapyard yet. I think after 9/11, I think they changed the name. But yeah, that's a whole chapter in itself. This guy's been painting Canal Street since the beginning of mankind. So it's cool to see that. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff out here, but definitely some gems. You'll find some gems out here. I'll keep an eye out. I don't really know where to look, but everything's so cleaned up. Usually what's around is on the roll down gates, but yeah, there was an old gate over there I wanted to see, but the gate is up right now. So I'm kind of trying to make the best of it. Who's this guy? Graph Tracker. It's a funny name. This is a really famous spot. It's It's kind of cool it's still here. I mean, it's been resurfaced, but people have been painting this wall forever. So much legendary stuff has been on this wall. Actually, when they were resurfacing the stone, that's all new stone, but within the shape, there was really old tags under there. And I have a friend that actually was able to catch, when they, in the midst of them resurfacing it, there was a Samo Basquiat tag. It said Samo is dead, I think. It was on one of these. So yeah, there's really old tags if you were to remove the stones, but it's cool. The Zexer tribute. I actually haven't seen this in person yet. It's my first time. I've seen photos of it. It's pretty cool. Really good tribute. Yeah, I'm gonna dip off the canal for a second. I you know, Lisbonard, I guess, is just a little stretch off of here, but so this is the back of Pearl Paint. You know, Pearl Paint is definitely one of the, probably, yeah, more famous than Scrapyard when it comes to art supplies. It's been around forever. But they actually closed a few years ago. What's kind of crazy is, yeah, Pearl Paint was, and you know what's really crazy? See, they put these condos over here, these apartments, and this is the original Pearl Paint sign. Now it's just like in the lobby of this apartment building. It's like one of the last parking lots, like, left downtown that has like old graffiti. It's crazy. I remember when they first did that. It's nuts. Been there forever. Some pretty famous tags. Pretty cool. Yo. pretty cool. That's an old 2013 truck. It's still running. Yeah. Those guys used to have a lot of stuff over here. But you know, every generation, there's different generations that pass through down here, and a lot of the stuff that's really in the streets is a lot of new stuff, which is cool. I kind of drifted on Canal Street. I mean, it's easy to drift and get distracted. You make one turn, it's like a whole block is like grills, trying to get some flicks and some video with some of the graffiti, and it's all on the side streets. But I'm gonna continue walking on Canal. It's a really cool piece by Cycle.
That's just like my.
This is actually kind of funny. You see these spots of glue on the wall. There was a sign there. I think it was like a no parking sign or something. I don't really remember. But basically, Banksy is pretty world famous. You know, it's whatever. It's cool. I respect him as a, you know, he does his thing. But that was an installation Banksy did with the Smart Crew, pretty famous graffiti crew. And I got an email that morning. That was the beginning, I think, of his residency in New York. And before there was really that much hype about it, I mean, there was a lot of hype over that whole residency with Banksy, and I got an email. I woke up, I think, 7 in the morning that day, and it was like a press release about a project that Smart Crew did with Banksy, and I really didn't look into it that much. I just know a lot of friends that were really into his stuff, and I paid a little attention. Then by the end of the email, I realized, you know, this is kind of cool. So I ended up going down to where they said it would be, which is this location, and there was a crowd around this spot, and the sign was gone already. Someone already stole it. But there was people standing around taking pictures of where the sign was. And then after that, then like the next day, another project dropped. Like, he had a whole series, the Banksy residency in New York City. I think that was like 2012, 2013. But that's funny. I always think about that when I pass that spot. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if you like this video, and I'll catch you on the next video.